From Teletubby to Six Pack Don. Today we're going to discuss the 5 fundamentals that helped me and will definitely help you shed that body fat. Let's go.
Exchange for kings.
First things first, each and every one of us will have our own specific journeys when trying to transform our body. It's so important not to compare yourself with anyone around you or what you may come across on the internet. Just focus on your journey, be consistent, and I'm telling you, the results will come. Now let's dive straight in. Diet. Listen, in order for me to reduce that belly fat, I had to reduce the following 3 things. Notice I had said reduce. I didn't say completely cut out. I had to reduce the following 3 things. First things first, baked goods. I'm talking about biscuits, your donuts. Yeah, literally all that good-ish that tastes good. This was just literally piling on my belly, my thighs, and let me keep it 100. It's going on my bum too. It wasn't a good look. But the moment I stopped in terms of eating these on a regular basis, I started to see a decrease in not only my stomach, but my overall physique. So if you can, cut out those baked goods. And continuing with the diet, number 2 is literally beverages. I'm talking about your fizzy drinks and your alcohols. Listen, your lemonades, your colas, fellas, the pints, the lagers. These are literally pot belly feeders. And although I'm not telling you to eliminate them completely, I would strongly advise to minimizing them to perhaps once a month. And that's even if you have to, if you really have to, for whatever reason, limit it down to once per month. These types of beverages will only pile on the weight. And my third tip, which enabled me to reduce the body fat, is eliminating the starchy carbs. Now, when it comes to carbs, carbs are not your enemy. I'm not saying to reduce carbs altogether. I'm talking about the starchy carbs like your rice and your white potatoes, things along those lines. What I did is, rather than eliminate them completely, I would bump my protein level as the highest, followed by healthy fats, then have carbs, but I wouldn't have a lot of carbs. Literally, that again enabled me not only to shed body fat, but due to the fact that my protein level was so high, regardless of the carbs being quite low, I was able to feel full for longer periods of time. Now moving on to number 2, which is training. Now, I would suggest hitting the gym perhaps 3 to 4 times per week, ensuring that you're hitting at least 1 compound move per workout session. Whether that's deadlifts, your squats, your bench press, your overhead press, whatever your choice may be, try to include them within your workout session. It could be, ideally you want it to be at the start, but as long as you incorporate them within your workout session, that is key. Again, not only to building muscle, but also increasing your strength. Try and do these along with 12k steps per day and you'll be on your way to shedding that body fat. A key tip from me, a lot of people find it difficult to get those amount of steps in due to the fact that they might be at work, they may have other chores throughout the day. A key tip for me would be to buy a treadmill. Perhaps you can do, before you even go to work, you can do 30 minutes on the treadmill, and then perhaps after, just perhaps you go to bed, you could do an additional 30 minutes. By doing that on a brisk sort of pace, you're looking to hit around perhaps 6,000 or perhaps a little bit more. Could be 7,000 steps, depending on how fast you're going. And again, if you incorporate that on a daily basis, along with your normal routine, walking around per day, you're likely to hit at least, I would say, 10 or 11k steps. As long as you're aiming for 12, that is the main thing. Now, the 4th important factor when it comes to losing any form of body fat is to keep and stay hydrated. For me, drinking water, at least a litre a day, was an absolute game changer. The amount of times I'd be so thirsty, I'd open the fridge and see nothing but fruit juice, fizzy drinks and bottles of beers. And the temptation to have a drink, oh, literally, I could crave all of them. But at the end of the day, funny enough, none of these beverages or none of these drinks actually quenched my thirst. Drinking water not only kept me hydrated, but it's also 0 calories and makes me feel full. I repeat, water is 0 calories and it makes you feel full. This will prevent you from drinking things like your fizzy drinks, your wines, your beers, anything along those lines that will pile on the calories. It will even stop you from binge eating the likes of crisps, cookies and chocolates. Just try and drink a litre a day. At first, it might be difficult to drink that litre a day, but if you start drinking water, the more you drink, sure you'll be going to the bathroom quite a few times throughout the day. However, the more you drink, the more you become full. The more you become full, the less likely you are to go for that junk food or that cheat meal. Drink water and stay hydrated. And the final key fundamental when it comes to losing body fat is to ensure you are tracking your meals. Listen, I'm not a fitness influencer and I'm not trying to be one. However, a lot of these fitness guys out there would recommend that you don't track your meals when you're trying to lose body fat. My question is, how the hell are you going to know how many calories you're consuming if you're not tracking your meals? Listen, for beginners, listening to advice like this is only going to set you up for failure. If you're not tracking your meals, how are you going to know how many calories you're consuming? How are you going to know if you're in a caloric deficit if you're not tracking your meals? You can guess, but what you're guessing is only an estimate. And the majority of the time, as you're a beginner, you'll get it incorrect. You'll get it wrong. And that will only lead to frustration. You'll give up early due to the fact that you see the pounds are not coming off, simply due to the fact that you are not tracking your meals. So my advice would be for you to download a food tracking app of your choice and start tracking everything today. Make sure you track your meals on a daily basis. Listen, there's too many cowboy influencers out there that are feeding people BS. Track your meals, ensure you're in a caloric deficit, and then watch the weight come off your body. Okay, my good people, that's all for me for today. Like I said at the beginning of my channel, if you're free in this channel, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. Hit me up on the socials, the Instagrams and the rest of it, the TikToks. And like I said, those are your 5 fundamentals that you need in order for you to start shedding that body fat. These tips are scientifically proven, and not only that, they've worked for thousands of people across the world. So if you're feeling this channel, you're looking to lose body fat, ensure you subscribe and do those key fundamentals. Start doing that today. First and foremost, ensure that you download your app, make sure you're in a caloric deficit and take it from there. But until next time, stay blessed, stay motivated, get them gains. Exchange for gains. Move it, Karen. Time I make those lifestyle changes. Do it like Darren.